Hey everybody, Michael Wilson Everard here to check back in with you guys. This is the second video of my day, and I'm going to continue the discussion about awareness. Right now, what I'd like to do is talk about the difference between awareness and consciousness. Let's review something in regards to human aspects. We all have a mental, physical, and spiritual aspect. Um, when we become aware of those, that is what we can term as a three-dimensional experience of life. Um, what we do as we proceed with um, an increase of our awareness, we become aware of our two eternal aspects. Those are the consciousness and the soul. So, consciousness is who we are, and the awareness of the soul is what we are. Okay? So, your consciousness is who, and your soul is what. So, all things come back around to the difference of awareness and consciousness. Awareness is the bigger picture. That is the everything looking inward, and the consciousness is the inside, the inner looking outward, would be my best explanation for it. So your who, your consciousness is when you're aware of everything, starting from within, looking out, and your awareness is everything looking back within. So what I've done is I've become aware of these two things, and what I can do to further clarify it is just using myself as an example. What I have been doing is learning how to increase the oscillating rate of my frequency of my consciousness. So I've been very focused on doing just that. So to do that, I seek truth. And whenever I accept any level of truth about myself, then I inevitably increase my oscillating rate of frequency of my consciousness. So what happens is I become more and more focused. But as I was doing that, I was becoming less and less aware of how that affected other people. So if you're too focused on yourself, okay, your consciousness, then you're less able to see how other people view you. You're less aware of how what you say, what you do, and even what you think, how that affects other people. So as I became more self-aware, and even fully self-aware, I realized that all of everything that I do, everything that I say, and everything that I think does affect other people around me. So I also learned that as I increase my level of awareness of all aspects of my being, I can control how fast my oscillating rate of frequency is. I can either increase it and become more focused, or I can decrease it and become less focused. So an increase of your oscillating rate of frequency of your consciousness will help you see more clearly yourself. Decreasing it will cloud that vision. Okay, so you can actually increase your oscillating rate of frequency of your consciousness at the same time growing your awareness of the whole thing. So what are the indicators of change? Well, the indicators of change is friction. So I should say the indicators of the potential to change is friction. So if you disregard your feelings and dismiss them, what will happen is you will prolong the inevitable, which is that all aspects of your being can and will change, including your consciousness, and especially your awareness. So how people react to you will determine how much level of friction you're willing to experience. I'm learning that I prefer to be peaceful, and I recognize the friction before it turns into frustration, anger, and various forms of destruction. So let's think outside the box. So if the box is our consciousness, let's step back. If we're living in the 3D world and our box is our mind, and we put limits on our mind, then what happens is we stay inside the box. So to think outside the box is to become aware of your mental, physical, and spiritual aspects, all needing to be balanced. That is your Holy Trinity, as it were. So become aware of your 3D experience, and then become aware of your consciousness. Learn how to increase your oscillating rate of frequency by being more focused, and the way that you do that is by being more present. Okay? So become more present, recognize friction. So friction is a reminder that you need to be more present. When you're more present, you're more peaceful. Try it. It works every time. What you then can do is become aware of your soul. So remember, your soul is the God spark. It's a part of God. It is how we are connected to God. It's how we communicate with God. And we also find that connection by being present. So the more you increase your oscillating rate of frequency by being more present, the more connected you will feel to God. That will trigger the awareness of all of these things working together, and you will learn how to do both. Continue to increase your oscillating rate of frequency of your consciousness. Learn that you have the power to manifest through your intentions, and whatever you conceive and believe, you will achieve. Okay? Then become aware of your soul and what that is. So you already know who you are, but what you are is a part of God. So become aware of that, embrace that, and allow your awareness to grow and come back in full force, and use that power to reconnect all of these different aspects of your being, and then see what happens. What will happen is your awareness will then continue to grow, and you will realize that you are infinitely powerful. You have infinite potential. You have the ability to do whatever it is that you wish. So if you have pure intentions and you wish for other people to become more peaceful, you will realize that if you are more peaceful, people around you will be more peaceful. Very, very simple. Okay? If you wish for people around you to be happy, then do things that make you happy. Play with your dog, play guitar, whatever brings you joy. When you do that, especially when you share it with other people, they will feel the joy that you feel. So that's what artists do. They share how they feel through expressions of their art. Painting, photography, music, acting, poetry, whatever it is. So whatever it is that you are passionate about, pursue those things, do those things, because they bring you joy. And it's okay to do things that bring you joy, especially when you share them with other people. And sometimes sharing your gifts is simply being happy and peaceful when you're out in public, and then you ask somebody, how are you doing today? And they say, oh, I'm doing okay, or I'm doing great, or whatever. What you really would hope for is that they ask you how you're doing. So when they ask you how you're doing, I'm having the greatest day of my life. And they're going to laugh, and they're going to, maybe they're going to ask you, how do you do that? And then you can explain this process to them. So that's basically what I have for today. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me, everardmusic@gmail.com. I'm going to have a website, everardmusic.com. I do have a YouTube channel, Everard Music, and my Instagram is @Everard Music. So pretty simple. I'm going to do more videos. I'm also going to be playing more guitar, and encourage you guys to leave comments on my YouTube channel. Email me if you have any questions. You can direct message me on Facebook. I'm happy to respond. And if we wish to have more conversations, I would be happy to give you my cell phone number. All right. Love you guys. Bye.